We are ready, ladies and gentlemen, for another action-packed show of debauchery, controversy, and nothing but pure wetness. I say wetness because it's fucking wet outside, goddammit. It's fucking raining here in Los Angeles. It's not too goddamn sunny. It's kind of shitty. It's more than shitty. It's just shitty. And we're gonna march on through on this very rainy, wet, moist day. This is the Rob Black Show. I am your wonderful and handsome, at times people call me a delicious host, Rob Black. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling? If those of you are not in Los Angeles, I hope it's nice where you are. Those of you who are not here in North Hollywood, I hope it's nice where you are. I hope it's nice wherever you may be, because it's Friday, February 28th, and it's the last day of the month. We had this discussion about 2 days ago on why the fuck February's got 28 goddamn days, and the fact that it fucks everything up because it shorts us 4 goddamn days. And that's upsetting. Sure is upsetting to me. Very upsetting to me. And we actually have got a lot of things to get to today. And we actually had a lot of things to get to in the month. But we can't. Because we're done with the fucking month. I was telling Katie last night, I said, you know, the month's over. She's like, what? I was like, the fucking month's over. Like, we're in March already. She said, what? It's like the fat guy in the movie Jaws when he's told that they caught a tiger shark, and Hooper tells him that it's a tiger shark, and he goes, a what? That's what Katie did last night. We were watching Gravity. We watched Gravity, which I'll get to in a bit, but she was sitting there on the floor, not watching TV. She was sitting on the floor playing with the dog while we were organizing our celery and our radishes as our little feast after we worked out, and we were going to watch Gravity. And she started telling me about different things she wanted to get done, and we were going over the Oscars that were Sunday. And I said, well, you know, tomorrow being Saturday, because it was 1 in the morning when we were talking, I said, you do realize that it's the first? And she goes, oh, what? I said, the first, motherfucker, it's the first. She goes, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. So that means Monday will be the 3rd. I said, yeah. She goes, oh my God. I said, yeah. It's already the 3rd. I told you we lost days. She's like, that's horrible. It's funny. All of a sudden at night, when it gets after the end of our workouts and everything, and she's done fucking her ass all night with dildos, it becomes a very docile Katie Summers. Really? Oh, what? And she's all fucking sweet. But other than that, during the rest of the day, she's just fired up out of a fucking cannon, ready to like kill people. But get her at night, and it's, oh, what? Oh, what? So, yes, we watched Gravity last night. There's not really a huge It's not really a huge story like I gave about American Hustle. Gravity was pretty good. I don't necessarily think it was one of the best goddamn movies that I ever saw. It was a space movie. Space movies are always good, and the fact that it was, um, uh, fucking having the goddamn. I don't want to. I don't want to give it away, just in case some of you want to watch the goddamn movie. That's fucking shitty. But it was good, and doing the whole getting in space and getting fucked up and fucking trying to get your way back home if you can, and yada 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 yada. It was good. Seriously, it was fucking good. So I enjoyed it. I would recommend to all of you to go out and see it because it's that good. Or when I say go out and see it, go rent it on fucking Netflix. Go look on Netflix. It's you'll like it. You'll be glad you saw it, and then you can report back to me. Is it as good as American Hustle? Absolutely not. No fucking way is it as good as American Hustle. No way. American Hustle is still hands down beyond phenomenal. It's one of those beyond phenomenals. It's a beyond phenomenal. And the Christian Bale, I'll tell you, I never really fathomed how good he was, and what I mean by that, Batman. Okay, great, but it's fucking Batman, fucking Batman. So you take for what it's worth. I thought Clooney was good in Batman, but I guess I'm the only motherfucker in the world that thought that. But then, if you see the movie, if you see the goddamn movie called The Mechanic, I think that's what it was, The Mechanic. It has Christian Bale in it, and he lost like a shitload of weight to be in this movie. I think he lost like 40 pounds. Seriously, I think he lost like 40, 50 pounds and basically limited himself to a 400 calorie or 500 calorie diet a day. That was fucking just insane, but he was in that movie, and I saw that movie, and it was badass. But again, it was out such a long time ago, and the weight that he lost was just overwhelming. And you're just like, ooh, whoa, well, that was fucking intense. But then, Batman and a couple other fucking movies came along, and it kind of diminished the awesomeness of that. Then the movie Fighter came out, and he plays Mickey Ward's fucking junkie, cracked out brother, and he lost a bunch of weight for that, and just his mannerisms and the way he acted, you're like, oh, okay, this is the guy that played, the mechanic, and you're like, whoa, okay, the acting, he's phenomenal. But then, man, American Hustle comes out, and he gains a bunch of weight like De Niro, when De Niro was Raging Bull, and it really did cement him, I think, as one of my, and it sounds so gay, one of my favorite actors. I should be fucking marching around in Arizona now. My favorite actor. He's just like so awesome. It's we're gonna have an Oscar party and fucking jerk each other off. But I gotta tell you, Christian Bale is now officially though on my list of when I hear a Christian Bale starring movie, I gotta go see it now because he don't do shitty movies. And when he puts his name on a project, he's just a bona fide giant, and the movie's fucking good. So, again, Gravity was good, and Katie said she gets why Sandra Bullock won't win Best Actress for that movie. It's good, but it's a space movie, and we've all seen the space movies. Even fucking Armageddon was a goddamn space movie. It's a fucking space movie. You're lost in space, and you're either gonna die in space or you're gonna make it back to Earth. That's it. That's the whole fucking premise of a space movie. Rather it's Armageddon, rather it's Space Cowboys, and you're fucking Tommy Lee Jones and you get stuck out in fucking space. There's always somebody getting stuck out in space, okay? There's always a motherfucker that's like, hey, you gotta leave me in space to just drift off to the stars. Always a fucking scenario like that. So, again, it's a good movie, and you won't be disappointed. It is thoroughly entertaining. But it ain't the fucking best picture, and it ain't the best actress, and it ain't even really the best special effects. Visually, it's a fucking space movie. As far as space movies goes, it's up there in the space movie caliber. It's no fucking Empire Strikes Back or Star Wars, but nonetheless, it's a space movie, and it's good. And I'm glad we waited to watch it at the $3.95 Amazon price. Because what happens is all of those movies, Amazon, believe it or not, is pretty badass because they get the movies relatively soon. And they actually got movies that are still at the movie theaters, but they charge you like a full movie theater price, like $12 to watch the fucking movie. I mean, they got 12 Years a Slave on there for fucking $12. They got one of the other movies that were out for like $12. They don't have American Hustle yet, and they don't have Wolf of Wall Street. But I got to imagine, I bet you by next week or the week after, they'll have them up there because the Oscars will be out this Sunday. Because they have Gravity, 12 Years a Slave, the Blue movie, Jasmine Blue, whatever the fuck that thing is, with Woody Allen, which we saw, which is all right. Again, everybody's saying she should win the Academy Award. What is it, Kate Blanchett? I think she's in. Is she the one that's in it, or whatever the fuck it is? It's the Woody Allen movie, Blue Jasmine. That's it. Again, good movie, but it's a Woody Allen movie. And what I mean by that, there's no end. There's no resolution. It's just a story. It's like, let me tell you a story. And it's a journey of just a story. And there's no real resolution to anything. It's just a story. And it ends, and you go, all right, now what? Like, it could keep going. That's the thing. The story ends going, all right, so what fucking happens? What, I gotta make up the whole rest of the movie in my fucking head? There's no end. Nobody dies. Nobody gets better. Nothing. There's just no resolution. Starts and then tells a story of this woman becoming crazier and crazier because she was rich, and basically married to a Bernie Madoff type. Basically, if you want to be technical, Blue Jasmine is the personal story of Bernie Madoff and his wife. That's it. A guy bilks all these people out of billions and goes away to jail, kills himself in jail, so he's dead. And this woman, who was the wife, basically knew what was going on but didn't know what was going on. Played that babe in the woods, I'm kind of dumb. And she loses everything when the husband goes to jail and goes to live with her sister. And their sister's poor. That's it. That's the fucking premise. And it's her becoming increasingly more distraught and crazy throughout the whole fucking movie, because she used to be a billionaire and now she's working at a dentist's office. And that's it. I think the standout performance in the goddamn thing is Andrew Dice Clay. If anybody remembers him, he was a comedian back in the 80s. Wore a leather jacket. He was a Jew who acted Italian. That was the funny thing, Andrew Dice Clay. And he was a fucking, like a Brooklyn Jew named Andrew Silverstein or something like that. And he acted like this Italian. And he did nursery rhymes, hickory dickory dock, this chick was sucking my cock, things like that, you know. And he's in the movie, and he plays this Jasmine's sister. This Jasmine's sister's husband / ex-husband that the rich billionaire husband swindles the guy's life savings from, that they were gonna build a construction company out of. So Dice Clay's in it, and he's fucking good. He's actually a good actor, believe it or not. We only remember him from the adventures of Ford Fairlane and stupid shit like that. But the cocksucker is really good. Louis C.K.'s in it. He's good. He plays just this a guy that dates the sister's sister, so to speak, Kate Blanchett's sister. That was to me the standout performances. Alec Baldwin's in it, but Alec Baldwin plays Alec Baldwin. He plays a fucking Alec Baldwin, literally. He plays Alec Baldwin. That's exactly what he fucking plays. So he's good at it, but Alec Baldwin doesn't really play any other character besides Alec Baldwin. He really doesn't. He's constantly Alec Baldwin, and if you love Alec Baldwin and his character, then guess what? You'll love Alec Baldwin. He's Alec fucking Baldwin. That is Alec fucking Baldwin. So we'll see what happens as far as the Oscars go and so forth and so on. But that was it was fucking. It was good. It was good. It was all those. It was all fucking great. So Gravity's good. It ain't the greatest. Blue Jasmine's good, but there's no fucking end. Really, I hate that. Again, I know that that it seems. I know it seems so unsophisticated to say that. Well, Rob, do you always have to have an end on movies? You can't just be sophisticated when it comes to these things. It has nothing to do with being sophisticated. It's just, again, it's one of them fucking movies that has no end. It's like, here it is. Blank, blank, blank. And at the end of it, here's where we are. And guess what? There's no goddamn end. It fucking has the woman basically exactly where she was in the beginning, acting fucking nuts and sitting there talking to herself. That's it. And you're like, what the fuck? Well, what happens? Does she get some medical treatment? Does she get some help? Does she eat a sandwich? What fucking happens? Nah, nothing. Just leaves you with that. What the fuck? So, hey, it is what it is. Again, if you guys want, go see it. So let's see. What have I seen now? I've seen all of it, right? I've seen. What haven't I seen? I haven't seen 12 Years a Slave yet, which sucks because I want to see it, and I know that. Well, I know how it. I know how it ends. I know how it ends. All right, they got a bunch of black people. Hey, well, you know, it's funny. I was reading. We were watching the news last night, and it said front runner, 12 Years a Slave. And it's just amazing. But it's 12 Years a Slave chronicles the story of okay. It chronicles the flight of Solomon, and it says the guy's last name in a what the fuck was the wording? I seen it last night, and they didn't say that he was a slave. It said he was, I think, imprisoned. Like they didn't use the word and the word slave. And I go, he was captured and fucking made a slave, you asshole. Why are you guys like fucking sugarcoating the goddamn word? Jesus. God damn, come on, guys. Man, are you guys serious? Jesus. So, anyways, the Oscar race will get decided on the 3rd or what month or Sunday. So that's what we did last night. Watched the Gravity, and we'll probably watch Dallas Briars Club, the AIDS movie. That's what it's called, the AIDS movie. Hey, you want to watch the AIDS movie? Sure. I know how that's going to be. Dude with AIDS and his little transsexual friend wandering the streets, dying. There you go. I know how that's going to be, but not to be a hipster douchebag, but I do like to watch the movies that are garnering the big Oscar buzz. So when Sunday rolls around and I watch the Oscars, I can at least say, bullshit. I just don't want to pay $10 for a goddamn movie that I know eventually is going to be on, Netflix for free or Amazon for $4.95. But like I was saying earlier, Amazon puts them fucking movies up, starts them at 10, 12, and then they increment them down. Gravity's up for $4.95. Briars Club's up at like $3.95 or $4.95. What are the other Blue Jasmines? $4.95. And I think one other one, or is that it? Those are the only real thing. Wolf of Wall Street, what's it called? American Hustle is not up there, and the 12 Years Slave is, but it's still up there for a fucking ridiculous amount of money. And I'm not going to pay $12 fucking dollars so I can see a story that I know how it goes. I know how it goes. But if you guys got Amazon.com, go there and you can go and watch the goddamn movie. It's good. It's good shit. It's good shit. Anyways, let's move on from there. Can we move on from there, guys? See that clap? That's the clap. Not the clap you get when you're fucking a dirty pussy or a dirty asshole. That's the type of clap you get and for the Oscar movies that are going. And Gravity, again. Good movie. And you'll love it. Katie sent me something that I wanted to talk about. And it kind of goes with, again, it goes with the theme of what I was going to talk about right now. And I guess it kind of goes with the theme of, it's horrible. It goes with the theme of being the last day of Black History Month. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It goes with the theme of Black History Month and the fact that this is the last day. And I'll tell you, Katie, commercial, hold on. She's good with, and I explained to you guys that she literally hits all of the gossip sites and informative sites as far as pop culture in the morning. And she's good at that. And we're actually developing a show for her that is going to be starting, I don't want to say next week, because I don't think it's quite ready yet, but it might be ready the week after, where she will be on the air 1 hour a day and discussing pop culture, discussing the issues of the day, letting you all know what's going on, from Robin Thicke getting a divorce because he's up there grinding his dick on Miley Ray Cyrus, to Kim Kardashian just fucking every black guy. I mean, they should just make a movie called fucking 12 Years of Kim Kardashian fucking black guys. Seriously. I mean, from the game, like last night, the report came out and they were talking about this morning, Katie was showing me, from the game to fucking basketball player. Literally, if there was a black guy with a swinging dick, Kim Kardashian fucked him. I'm seriously, they're just, and people go, why not white guys? Because she didn't fuck white guys. That's why I'm saying black guys. If she was fucking white guys, I would just say she was just fucking everybody, but she was discriminatory. All right? And she only fucked black guys. And the more famous black guy there was, she fucked. She like fucked her way up the famous black guy ladder. Sports athletes, rappers, you name it. Ultimately to Kanye West, who's like the ultimate, listen, if you can't get Jay-Z, you get Kanye West. And that's the bottom line. If you look in the rap world, there's two fucking rappers that are the most famous. Jay-Z, Kanye West. P. Diddy and all those guys don't count. The two most famous, two most successful, the two biggest money draws are Jay-Z, Kanye West. She couldn't get the sophisticated, classy one So she went with the fucking just completely bonkers nutso one that probably's got about another year or two left in the rap game of being on top, and he will fade out like P. Diddy. Remember, at one point, P. Diddy was fucking huge. At one point, P. Diddy we didn't laugh at. At one point, P. Diddy wouldn't get pie-faced by Bono on stage. But P. Diddy now is a complete joke. Kanye West will eventually be a joke. He's just so ludicrous. And not the rapper Ludacris, but just fucking ludicrous. And when I see him on Late Night with, what's his name there, Seth Meyers, which is a god-awful show. We'll go into the Late Night Wars later, which everything that I predicted is happening. And it's only taken the second week for Seth Meyers' ratings to fucking go into the shit house. And Jimmy Fallon's fucking ratings to start to fucking go south. And Kimmel and everybody are starting to fucking catch up. Never happened when Leno was there. You never heard of any of this happening, but it's happening now. So we'll get to that later. Anyways, Katie's going to be doing a daily show with all of these new fucking gossipy celebrity factoids that entertain all of us. And she'll be bringing her own brand of informative news on a daily basis. And we're just trying to work in times and when this will happen. Because remember, I do the show from 12 to 3. And then I do a show from 8 to 10. And Katie does her camming business throughout the day. So she has to figure out a time when she will do the Katie Summers program and be able to have the availability to work all of this in. Because she's a busy young woman, okay? And she also has skits planned where she will be characters. Yes, I know, this is very elaborate. She does great imitations. And, I mean, we're talking about a not ready for prime time player she is. We're talking about a Saturday Night Live star. So these are things that she's working on and putting together, and not next week, but I might imagine the following week will be the debut of her program. So, ladies and gentlemen, something that she showed me today, and she sent it in a text that I almost fell over. I literally almost fell over in the kitchen. Not so much in shock of outrage and that they would do a commercial like this, but shock that it hasn't got any of the publicity that you would think it would get. And I've got to first check, because the entity, and now I understand. And here's what I mean. You have a food brand called Yum Brands Inc. Yum Yum. Okay? And Yum Brand is a United States Fortune 500 corporation. And they operate or license. And let me explain the company, the food emporiums. Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, Wing Street, and KFC. And you say, oh my, those are some heavy hitters. They are on the New York Stock Exchange is Yum, and they are basically run and owned by a man by the name of David C. Novak, chairman and CEO, and Sam Sue, vice chairman, and then Richard T. Karachi is the president. And this is the most telling part of the Yum Corporation. And now I get it. I literally get it. Their offices, okay? Their offices and where they are headquartered in is Louisville, Kentucky. That is the headquarters for the Yum Brands, which is Louisville, Kentucky. Now, that is a Republican state, and I think they definitely were part of the slave trade. I definitely think they were part of the slave trade. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not a Civil War buff. I don't get in my old Civil War clothes and run around in the forest with Tom Byron and a couple of my black friends, and we pretend that we're fighting against each other so that we can still own my black buddies, you know, where I got, you know, my black guy friend on one arm, and I got a black girl on my other arm, and we're running through the forest, and Tom Byron is playing the South, and he's going, I'm going to get you, you nigger lover, and I, you know, no, and nothing. We don't do that. So I'm not up on my my Civil War history, but I got to imagine that Louisville, Kentucky, is a red state, B, ties to slavery, and C, I got to imagine it's still a pretty fucked up place to go. Now, that is where the Yum Corporation is headquartered. That is where Pizza Hut, okay, that is Taco Bell, and that is Kentucky Fried Chicken. And those are the businesses that Yum operates. Now, you're asking, Rob, what is the point to all of this, and how does it pertain to Katie Summers and her email she sent you? Let me continue. And it's one of the funniest emails or one of the funniest commercials I've ever seen. And it's not racist. When people say racist, again, remember, racist means that you feel you're superior over a different ethnic group just because of the skin color. So you see a black person and say, I'm better than you because I'm white. That is a racist. Being stereotypical or bigoted is basically saying, oh, all black people smoke menthols. All Koreans eat dog. Things like that. So there's a difference. I don't know necessarily if people that are that philosophy of seeing that and portraying those things, whether it's on paper or in their speech, feel that there is a difference. I know I do. I know that I've said time and time again, I don't base anybody on their skin color. I am very A, stereotypical, and B, very bigoted. And I am a comedian, and I base jokes off of those things, but never do I think that I am better, except for the Middle Eastern motherfuckers and towel heads. But that's a different story. I don't necessarily think I'm better than people just because I'm white. I think I'm better off because I'm white, but I'm not better. I think our president is a pretty amazing black man. I think there's a lot of individuals that are African American that are pretty incredible as far as their contributions to our society and just who they are as people that I could only aspire to be. So I've never prescribed to a skin color being better and smarter and more privileged, and they should get better things. But I do think it's at times a lot better to be fucking white. Again, ask people in Kentucky, would you rather be black or white? Ask people in fucking Georgia, would you rather be black or white? So Katie sent me this commercial that is so offensive because they're not comedians. They're a publicly traded company, and they are a restaurant chain. So they're not fucking entertainers. Yum Brands is not an entertainment conglomerate where they're making movies and their main goal is to get people to laugh and joke and cry or whatever. Their main goal is to serve people with fucking food. That's it. And to make food that doesn't have any of their workers pissing on it. You all heard that, right? That recently, on February 19th, they have an employee that's urinating in a sink at a Pizza Hut branch in Kermit, West Virginia. And the incident took place after business hours. And in the video, the employee, a district manager, can be seen working on a computer and then turning around, unzipping his pants, and pissing in the sink. Now, the dude's been fired over it, and the Lincoln County Health Department closed the restaurant, citing a substantial hazard to the public health. And the branch will remain closed until the health officials are satisfied with cleanup and insurance safeguards are in place. But at the end of the day, they got employees pissing in their fucking pizza sinks, okay? Now, these things are not comedy-driven. They're not comedians. They're serving us food. Hopefully that's not saturated in piss. But nonetheless, they created a commercial that I have to tell you is beyond hilarious. Now, it's on YouTube, and if we had a real production facility, I would push the goddamn button, and you would see the goddamn commercial. Now, I can only tell you what the fucking commercial is and explain to you what I'm looking at. It's on YouTube, and it's called Another Racist Commercial. KFC releases commercial that has people upset. So just type that in. It's called Another Racist Commercial. KFC releases a commercial that has people upset. All right? That is what you need to put in there. Okay? Another Racist Commercial. KFC releases a commercial that has people upset. Now, let me explain to you what this commercial is. Okay. I watched it again, and it's just so It's just so offensive. And what I mean by offensive, again, if they were comedians, if they were anything of the sorts that involved their business to make people laugh and show irony and those types of things, and I get it, and it's something that I would do, it's something I would say, but they're not. They are Yum Brands. They serve us food. And again, preferably, they serve us food that is not saturated in urine from Pizza Hut employees, okay? And when you're talking about employees that are pissing in the pizza sinks, and they are faced with problems like this, you would imagine that making bigoted commercials that are trying to be funny, I guess, is not something that would be on their horizon. They might be wanting to make commercials that go, "How you doing? We are the Yum Brands, and we're Pizza Hut, and we don't piss in our food no more. We're assuring you that if you buy a pizza from Pizza Hut, it won't taste like fucking broccoli and fucking beer piss, okay, and peanut farts. So buy our pizza, and don't worry, we're not fucking pissing in it anymore." So again, you got to go to YouTube and take a look at this commercial. That way you understand what I'm talking about. And now let me explain. It shows a black family, a little black girl, and she's sitting in her house. And it's a small, up-to-date apartment, and her black mom is basically getting her ready for school. And the girl is looking out the window and seeing this heavily populated city. And the mom says, you know, get ready for school. And the little girl goes and puts on her shoes, and she's dressed in a school uniform. It now cuts to a heavily populated city again, and a subway above train that is now showing us the views of what could only be described as China. China is what I'm looking at. Now, I could be racist and say some gook area, but it's obvious that it's China. They're showing the Chinese people with the orange clothing on, the Tibetan monks or whatever the fuck they are, and it's showing little Chinese villages, and it shows the girl now in this little town walking as if she's walking to school, and you see other Chinese children with the exact same school uniform looking at her, kind of laughing, kind of being gooky, you know, pointing. And it's this black girl that's not Obama black. This is Nigerian black. This little black girl is National Geographic black. She basically looks like Warren Sapp as a girl. She's got the cornrows in her hair, little diamond earrings, and is black, and she's fucking purple, all right? I mean, they didn't even use a light-skinned girl. They used Warren Sapp, all right? Picture a little thin Warren Sapp, but it's a girl. And so she's on this bus now, driving, and it's just showing her as she's climbed on this bus, looking again at all these scenic shots of China and people looking at her, and she's feeling out of place. And they're staring back at her, and again, she's feeling out of place. She has a very sad look on her face. And you can tell she's feeling homesick. She's feeling alone. She's feeling isolated. Here she is, this practically purple child that is being almost taunted by these Chinese people. So the commercial continues. More sites of more sites of Chinese culture, and now the black mom drops her off to class and waves goodbye to her. Now it shows the girl in a line where you just see a sea of kids, kind of like all of the traditional shots we see of military China, where they have all of the Chinese soldiers lined up chanting. So it shows the little girl in a school setting where all of these Chinese kids are chanting, and it shows the little black girl looking like this, being very shocked, being out of place, going, holy shit, I'm fucking purple, and I'm in a sea of fucking chin-changs, and they're all screaming, thanks, Mom, you fuck, you cocksucker, why couldn't we be in Africa? Why the fuck are we in China? So, it now shows the little girl walking to class, and she takes off her shoes, and she goes into class, and she's now showing her sitting at her desk, and the teacher calls on her, and she stands up, and you see all the Chinese kids staring at her, and the little black girl walks to the chalkboard to, obviously do work, as we all have done as little children when the teacher calls us up and says, point to the globe. And then it shows the girl, and these are all cuts, and it's done very eloquently, very beautifully. And now it shows the girl in the cafeteria. She's sitting by herself, eating a bowl of noodles, and she's got the chopsticks, and the little black girl is trying to eat the noodles, and they're falling off her chopsticks, and they're plopping in the bowl. And it shows all these Chinese kids laughing, hee, pointing, hee, and it shows the black girl being very sad, like, oh my God, I'm being mocked by all these children. God, I want to crawl under this desk right now. I wish there was slavery again, and a white master would take me and fucking throw me in a fucking dungeon. That would make me feel less ashamed and embarrassed than I feel right now trying to eat these fucking noodles. So now the bell rings, and the little black girl is out in the general assembly area with all these other Chinese kids, and a little black girl comes up to her and signifies this and goes, kisses her fingers. So she motions to her mouth, makes a biting motion, yum, 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 and then kisses each finger. Mwah, 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 mwah. Remember what she's doing, because that signifies what's going to happen next. And she says, motions, come, come. And the little black girl smiles like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's got her backpack, and she's like, oh, okay, what are you talking about? What are we going to go do? Eat dog? What's up? The next shot shows all these little Chinese kids running, and the little black girl is behind her running. And they're running through this the street of China, okay? And you're like, wow, where are they running to? The next shot is now a close-up of the black girl and the Chinese girl that was mwah, 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 licking her fingers. And the Chinese girl looks at her to look up. The little black girl looks up. And now it cuts to what they're looking at. Ladies and gentlemen, I bullshit you not. It's a giant KFC sign. I bullshit you not. I bullshit you not. The little Chinese girl has just brought a homesick black girl to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I swear to God. So now you see Kentucky Fried Chicken and the little black girl, they run into Kentucky Fried Chicken. The next shot is the black girl sitting at the table with the 3 Chinese girls. She's smiling as a motherfucker, man, eating fried chicken and smiling to the little Chinese girls, licking her fucking fingers, mwah, 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 eating a big old fried chicken leg, mwah, 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 big old fucking lips, big old white teeth, big old white eyes, mwah, finger licking good. And then it cuts to a title card that says, win a KFC bucket for you and your friends. Simply comment below who you would like to share a taste of home with the tagline and then post. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the new Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial. If that does not reek of pure, oh Jesus, what happened? What happened? My stream was out. Where did you guys miss? What did you guys miss? In the bit, what did you guys miss? Katie said the stream went out, and then it went back on. What did you guys miss on that? God, I hope you guys didn't miss the punchline, for Christ's sakes. Katie, did you guys miss the fucking punchline? Aw, man. I hope you guys didn't miss the punchline. Do I gotta redo the punchline? Fuck. I hope I don't gotta redo the punchline, you motherfuckers. Anyways, the build-up of the entire...
No, the stream is fine.
Was it fine?
Yeah, it's got to be her.
Alright, Katie, it's your fucking thing, you dildo. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, do you realize what transpired? I swear to God, do you realize what transpired? Kentucky Fried Chicken basically said, hey, that's what they said. I don't even know how to explain it any more than what they just said. They basically said, hey, little black kid, you're in a country that you're scared, you're alone, and you're frightened. And everybody's making fun of you. And what we have that's going to make you feel better is some fried chicken. Because you're black and you love fried chicken. And, oh my God. When Katie showed me his commercial, I'm standing here in the kitchen getting ready for work. And I'm looking at it. And I'm like, looking, and I didn't realize it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. And so I'm like, okay, little black purple girl, and she's with a bunch of Chinese girls, and okay, she's lonely, she's sad, and what's brightening her up? Fried chicken. Holy shit. So basically, Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is a corporation from Kentucky, okay? Their headquarters is in Kentucky, part of the racist South, said, hey, nigger, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a commercial that basically says, When you're lonely, when you're depressed, and when you're feeling out of place, the one thing that will cheer you up is to give you some fried chicken. And if we could get some watermelon and grape soda in the commercial, we would. But we only bought a minute spot, and we couldn't figure out how to work in the little chink to bust out a fucking watermelon and say, "Oh, watermelon, grape soda, ah!" So instead, we're just gonna have you smile, wolfing down a big old piece of fried chicken. What do you think? Well, I mean, I mean, that's just like, "Hey, nigger, want some fried chicken?" I mean, that should be that should just be that is the commercial. It's just done in such a nice way. But the commercial is, "Hey, what's wrong, little nigger? You're homesick? Here's some fried chicken. Eat up. Well, here's a basketball. Why don't you go fucking dribble your ass fucking in the corner, eat your fried chicken, and then when you're done, we'll give you some watermelon and grape soda." The fuck is that? I mean, again, it's pure comedy if it was coming from a comedian. It's funny. It's like, ah ha ha, I get it. If it was a sitcom, ah ha ha ha, I get it. But do you realize that How I Met Your Mother did a special where they had each of the characters dress up as kung fu fighters or geisha girls, and you had Chinese and Japanese people were outraged, and they littered the CBS Twitters, and they littered the corporation, saying that was racist, and there's no place on TV for that, and it was an outrage. And yet, a publicly traded company, Yum Brands, makes commercials that depict little black kids living in China, being homesick, being sad, being depressed, being ostracized. And the only thing that's going to cheer them up is fried fucking chicken. That is fucking amazing. And it's not a TV show. It's a food company, might I add, that has employees pissing on their pizza in their fucking food preparation things. But nonetheless, it's a food company. It's not George Carlin. It's not Chris Rock. It's not Saturday Night Live. It's a food company. That's what they are. And they're making a commercial that says, "I'm a homesick black child. Give me some fried chicken, and that's going to make me smile." I mean, again, why don't you just have commercials that say, "Hey, little nigger, you want some fucking watermelon? Yeah! You want some fried chicken? You want some fucking malt liquor?" Well, I mean, seriously, why didn't they just give the girl a fucking basketball? Amazing. Amazing. Amazing commercial. One of the most amazing commercials I've ever fucking seen, ever. And the next time I hear any, okay? The next time I hear any Jap or fucking bullshit minority complain because they're being stereotyped, I'm going to remind people of the KFC commercials. That fucking show. The little black girl that is homesick and lonely. and the only thing that cheers her up is a bucket of fried chicken. Okay, I'm telling you, if I want to go out and find goops and punch them in the face. That's what I want to do. Just because I know they bitch and moan. I really do. As a matter of fact, I think recently there was a bunch of protests in, God, UCLA, maybe. I'm trying to think if it was UCLA or if it was USC. I seen it on the local news last week, and I wanted to talk about it. And God damn it, I could not fucking get up quick enough because it was like 4 in the morning. But it talked about some program at one of the local classes or something that a bunch of Asians were protesting because they claimed that it was racist, and it showed them in a bigoted light. It was something. Again, I can't recall precisely what it is, but it was definitely something that locally here in Los Angeles happened that had a bunch of Asians outraged. And we've, again, seen it time and time again with the fucking the How I Met Your Mother TV show, and nothing compares to having homesick black children being comforted by fried chicken. Nothing does. And again, how this gets by in culture of America, but if you attack any other group, you're done, man. You are done. Again, I remember when Jesse Jackson made reference to a place in New York City called Town, and there was such an uproar that Jesse Jackson disparaged Jews, and it was unfathomable how many people were outraged. And I cannot imagine any American corporation creating a commercial that basically shows foreclosures on houses, and the banker comes around and he's a fucking Hasidic Jew. It's just a guy dressed in all black with the long beard with the little fucking dreidel hair, and he's there knocking on the door to take people's houses. And a black family goes, "Ah, damn, the banker's here to take our house." And all of a sudden they open the door and it's a little Hasidic Jew going, "You got to move out. I'm the banker. I own your house. Get out. But here's some fried chicken. They'll make you feel good." Could you imagine a fucking commercial like that? It would be like an earthquake of outrage. It would. Could you imagine if you had any commercials that depicted Jewish people controlling the media, fucking being bankers? Oh my God, you would see a fucking outrage, and you would see those people ostracized, and they would be, what if young brands did a commercial okay, that depicted Jews in such a light, they would be delisted from the stock exchange. But having a lonely black child in China, desperate for America, and being alone and having Chinese kids make fun of her, and at the end of the commercial, the Chinese girl gives her a bucket of fried chicken, and she's like, that's a good chicken. That's comedy. That's funny. Fuck the niggers. Fuck them. Fuck them in their ass, them fucking niggers. That's all right. But, man, you do that to a fucking Jew. You do that to a fucking shit. You do that to some country folk. Yeah, God forbid you call Paula Dean or any fucking hillbilly shit. Duck Dynasty. Those racist, homophobic motherfuckers were getting shit. And you had people coming to their defense. You had millions and millions of people coming to their defense. Today, you could go into Target. You could go into Walmart. You could go into any of those stores, and they proudly on display have Duck Dynasty memorabilia. Nobody says a fucking word. A&E don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. And Duck Dynasty's racist. Duck Dynasty's homophobic. But nobody gives a shit. No, that's acceptable. It's acceptable to do that. It's acceptable to tell a black child that's homesick, here's some fried chicken, nigger. Have fun. Now you're not homesick. But you fucking talk about a white southern country bumpkin. Oh, forget about it. You go, Paula Dean, this cunt, this racist, fucking inbred, hillbilly, country-loving motherfucker has just got $100 million investment to go back on the fucking air. And she's running around making black people dress up like Aunt Jemima, calling them niggers. That's acceptable. Again, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing the way our country acts and who they pick to make fun of and who they pick not to make fun of. And the people that are demonstrating this bigotry are the same people that, when turned on them, will be the first ones to cry persecution, first ones to cry just horrific things, all right? Horrific things. Shit, you go after, you say anything about a little fucking, anything about the Jewish culture, the first thing they bring up is fucking Hitler. Man, you know, it's like, really? Okay, cool. Really, I didn't know I didn't know I was part of Nazi Germany. Okay, I'm sorry. Have you ever heard if a black person brings up slavery, people are like, well, I didn't do that to you. No, your fucking grandfather did, asshole. What are you talking about? Come on. What is that? Come on. Come on. Alright? Fucking this cocksucker Paula Dean, Katie Summers just sent me. She's in People Magazine. So People Magazine, whoever owns People Magazine, is giving this fucking old, white, southern cunt a forum to get back out into the public. And listen to this. In an interview with People out on Friday, Paula Dean opens up about her difficult year and the fight to rise above the racism scandal that rocked her career last summer. When I woke up each morning, it was like my world was crashing down again, she told the magazine. Now Paula's eyeing a comeback, thanks to her new project, Paula Dean Ventures, with between $75 million and $100 million in backing. plus the opportunity to control business deals rather than licensing her name to different products. Today, though, the internet's abuzz over another quote from Paula's People interview, one in which she compares her struggles to that of college football star Michael Sam, who publicly came out earlier this month. Paula said this: "I feel like embattled or disgraced will always follow my name. It's like that black football player who recently came out. He said, I just want to be known as a football player. I don't want to be known as a gay football player. I know exactly what he's saying." Ah, wow. Paula Deen, a white Southern racist. Paula Deen. What is Paula Deen? Can somebody tell me what nationality Paula Deen is? I'd love to know, because she feels just like a black Michael Sam. Okay, again, watch. Everybody's going to let this piece of shit off the hook. Just unbelievable. Unfucking believable, man. Unbelievable. Seriously. Unbelievable. 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 It really is. What? It's just, seriously. This fucking twat was born in Georgia. Okay? This motherfucker was born in Georgia. Born in Georgia. He's a fucking scumbag, man. Born in Georgia. Married to Michael Grover. That's Michael Grover. My name is Paula Deen. Born in fucking man. Fucking scumbag. Just a piece of shit. Just a fucking white piece of shit. Seriously, just a white Southern piece of shit. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Just a fucking... She lived under 18 years under that Jim Crow law. So Paula Deen is a white Southern racist woman. Exactly. Savannah, Georgia. It's a fucking piece of shit. 67-year-old white racist piece of shit. Like, how the fuck do you fucking equate calling people niggers and making blacks dress up as Aunt Jemima, and then when everybody gets mad at you, you say that you know what that nigger Michael Sam, the fag nigger, felt like when everybody was asking him, and he just wants to be known as a gay football player. I mean, seriously, that's what Paula Deen said. And then listen to what she says about Phil Robertson. Paula also commented on the public backlash against Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty, who was temporarily suspended but rehired by A&E following his comments about homosexuality. It's amazing that some people are given passes and some people are crucified, she said. I have new empathy for these situations, though. So, Paula Deen is very upset that Phil Roberts was given a pass for yelling about the fags, but she wasn't given a pass for calling people niggers. Okay. And, of course, People magazine gives her a forum, and there's people that are giving this cunt $100 million. Probably the same people that are back at KFC. Seriously, it's just amazing. So, I can't fathom what this country would do, what some of these corporate media empires would do if people were running around with Hasidic Jews in mortgage commercials taking people's houses. I've never seen any satire on Jews ever. I've never seen a satire involving Jewish people ever. I've never seen commercials depicting Jews as merchants or controlling media. Never, ever. If you say that, you're shunned. If you say things like that, you know what will happen? You'll have a internet broadcast on top of the strip club for the rest of your life. That's what will happen. Seriously, that's what will happen. Okay? But you can give a bucket of fried chicken to a little black kid that is homesick. I mean, what audacity to think that the little black kid likes fucking fried chicken. What if she don't like fried chicken? What if she likes ribs? All right, if you want to be technical, if you want to fucking be racist or bigoted, why not ribs? Why not collard greens? Why not chitlins? Why not catfish? Why fried chicken? I mean, is that as clever as the Yum Yum brand could get? Fried chicken? Well, you know, again, why didn't the fucking gook pull out a packet of fucking Newports and be like, oh, Newport, and the little black, oh, shit. Thanks there, homie. Why not pull out some fucking Colt 45? What the fuck? Why didn't you give her a fucking Jay-Z record? And she, oh, Jay-Z. What the fuck? Again, you want to talk about giving someone a pass. Our American culture, that's a fucking pass. Okay? That's a fucking pass. How the people in this country and how they view stereotypes and what's acceptable and what's not. Again, I'm a comedian. I am a political and social commentary. That's what I do. Okay, and so with that, we comment, we satire, we do these things. Yum Brands is a food company. Okay, they make products to eat. Preferably not products that got piss covered on their food like they do with Pizza Hut. Now, for people not to, and when I say outrage, in outrage, a boycott, I ain't talking about that. But what I'd like to see in this country is this systematic sectioning off of who we're allowed to satire or who we're allowed to be bigoted against and who we're not. And to me, when that day comes, I'll stop commenting the way I do. But until then, I'm always going to point out and be as controversial as I am, and in turn, I will be stuck on top of this motherfucking strip club because, trust me, NBC, the Lorne Michaels, the Sirius Satellite Network, the Mel Karmazins, they're not going to fucking hire me because I actually speak the truth and I point out precisely what people in the media or people that are in stand-up comedy or people that are in the entertainment business are terrified and get ostracized to say. And I will say it, and I will make fun of it, and I will satire it, and I will speak the truth. This is the Rob Black Show. And if it offends you, guess what? Push the button and turn it off. That's what you do. Push the button and turn it off. Okay? Plain and simple. Turn it off, motherfuckers. Turn it off. But we here say the things that everybody else is terrified to say, but they want to say it. That's what the Rob Black Show is about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. It's 1:28 p.m. And we've got only a few hours left in Black History Month. That's all we got, ladies and gentlemen. All we got left is a few hours of Black History Month. It's very sad. It's very sad that that's all we have left. But all we have is, what do we got? 11 hours left of Black History Month. So, God damn it. March on, my brothers. March on. God damn it. Don't be oppressed. Don't be oppressed. Time will heal itself. And Paula Deen is bad, and Kentucky Fried Chicken is bad. And definitely those little gooks in China, they're fucking bad. Anyways, it's the Rob Black Show. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back in about, I don't know, what do you guys figure? 7 minutes? Okay. It's Rob Black Show. And we'll be back.
Sunshine will come. Push across that line, jumping down in time. Hide yourself, Control yourself, you have your time. Come on, this day, teach you not one day. I'll live this day, I'll all this
Rob Black here. We're back, man. We're back. It's 1:36 p.m. and we are we're riding the storm out, riding the storm out. And let me tell you guys, seriously, it is a fucking monsoon out here. It is a goddamn monsoon. No bullshit. It is a fucking monsoon. It's like crazy. It is fucking crazy. It's a fucking monsoon. It's seriously, it's a fucking monsoon. I don't even know how else to describe it except a monsoon. It's just insane. It is fucking insane. I feel like Crazy Eddie. It's insane. All right? It's insane. That's exactly what's going on right now. And it's so funny because you hear about the drought that we have, and you hear about the fact that California needs rain, and the lack of rain is killing us, and blah 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 blah. And now we are getting the rain, and I swear to God, everybody in LA, it's like, oh, it's fucking raining. Ah! It's fucking raining. All I've heard, I was in the news this morning, it was like, oh, we got rain all weekend. God damn it, we got rain. It's bad, it rain. You know, like, guys, didn't you say we needed rain? Like, at a time like this, you would think that every newscast would be like, hey, everybody, it's going to rain this weekend. We're going to have fucking downpours. It's awesome. No, it's like it's raining. Fuck, everybody said we needed rain. I hate the rain, but I like droughts. So I'm cool, you know. Oh, a little drought? Cool, fuck it. Ah, fuck, a drought. I still water my lawn in a drought. I fucking leave the water on, running for fucking 10 hours at a time. I take 10 showers a day. I don't give a fuck. A little fucking drought, fuck it. I use as much water as I possibly can. I don't give a shit. But, yeah, it's lit. Let's see if you guys can hear this. I don't know, maybe, listen. You hear that? You fucking hear that? I should take a picture. I just don't want to disconnect from Blog Talk, but I'm sure it'll still be raining in another 20 minutes. When I go up here on Blog Talk, I'll take a fucking picture. I'll do a video and I'll Instagram that fucking thing out. And you guys could see exactly. Oh, Jesus. You know, I got my window open because of our internet and stuff, but now it's like just covered in rain. I gotta fucking put this. Not that it's fucking that. Not that it's gonna ruin the aesthetic of my office here, but nonetheless, let me put down a little blanket or this towel. It's really just an old T-shirt that we're putting here. Man, look at all this fucking rain. Rain, there it is, man. There's the drought. The drought's over. Let's get back to normal. Everybody happy. We got rain. 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 Yes. God damn it. Rain. Fucking rain. It's all about rain. People like rain. There's actually some people that really do like rain. I really do know people that like rain. Like they're into rain. They're like, I love rain. Again, I'm not big into rain. I like when it's droughty. like I like when it is just nothing but fucking drought and there's nothing but fucking pain and stuff like that. But um, fucking, what are you gonna do? I like I like I like rain, 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 rain. That's all. Rain, rain. Oh, rain. Anyways, it's fucking rain out, guys. What do you think about rain? All right. What do you guys think about rain? Is there excitement with rain? Is there is there any feeling about rain? How do you guys feel about rain? Rain, rain, rain. Anyways, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it is um, the end of Black History Month. God damn it! And uh, at the end of Black History Month, we're going to go into uh, uh, March. Okay, March, and we're not real sure what they consider March. Does anybody consider March anything? Like seriously, is March anything that's like a special um, month of something, or is is March a non a non day? What the fuck is March? God damn it! Anything March? No, nothing March. What about April? Anything in April? Is there anything going on in any of these other months, or is it just we're done now? Are we all finished with our special months and our special time? I think we are. I wanted to address something that we talked about last night. And those of you who don't follow the night broadcast, we talked about North Korea. We talked about our troops, and I kind of wanted to touch on that a little more today. Again, a bill came up last night, and it's kind of telling that it's kind of telling that you're not seeing it in the press right now. And I don't understand why. Seriously, I don't know why. I feel that it's definitely a big story. I definitely feel that it's something that is um, an issue that we should be talking about, but it's not. And I think it's being buried by, as Republicans would say, the liberal media, which is kind of funny when you hear the Republicans and you hear them mouthing off about how the media is so liberal and so biased. But I'll tell you, what the Republicans did last night to our vets is really been buried in the, I should say, liberal media, which is pretty telling. And the fact the news agencies haven't picked up on it, and the fact that right now there are a unanimous voice of military groups blasting Republicans for killing a bill that support the veterans. And what normally is a bipartisan measure that had, it had just overwhelming military support from different groups, and the fact that Republicans blocked a bill. And let me explain this to you again. Those of you who don't listen to the night show and are only part of the afternoon show, let me read this to you. Last night, Senate Republicans blocked a bill that would have expanded health care and education programs for veterans. And the measure, which was sponsored by Veterans Affairs Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders, collapsed after failing to garner enough Republican votes to waive the VA spending cap established in a budget deal Congress and President Obama approved in December. Sanders' office estimated the VA legislation would have cost $20 billion over 20 years. 60 votes were needed to waive the budget rule, but 41 of the 45 Republicans voted against it, effectively killing the vote, or killing the bill. A nonprofit Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America just went after the Senate leaders who were engaged in procedural games, they called it. They said it was Senate shenanigans. It has been a winter of discontent, starting when Congress cut military retirement benefits before being pressured into reversing its course. IAVA founder and CEO Paul Rieckhoff said in a statement, then earlier this week, Congress forced the Pentagon to make budget cuts that increased living costs for our service members. And now the Senate can't pass a critical transformative bill that includes priorities that have garnered bipartisan support for many, many years. And then the American Legion was quoted saying this: I don't know how anyone who voted no today could look a veteran in the eye and justify that vote. American Legion National Commander Daniel M. Dillinger told W.A. Poe, our veterans deserve more than what they got today. Some Republicans reasoned that the bill would be too costly for the budget. So some Republicans said, nah, it's too costly for the budget. But others, led by Senate Mitch McConnell, tried to add new sanctions against Iran to the bill that the White House has strongly opposed, according to Reuters. And many of the veterans, including the member of Congress, Sanders, basically said, what the fuck does Iran sanctions have to do with the needs of veterans? And ladies and gentlemen, if, again, I stated this last night, and I'll say it again, for a political party that was the party of the military, and the political party that would scream that Democrats were pussies, and Democrats didn't support the troops, and if you were against George Bush, you were against the troops, and so forth and so on. How any Republican could vote any no on any bill that would support veterans is unpatriotic. That is anti-American, and that should be a call for a treason, literally treason. And when you try to tack on sanctions against Iran, who this country are trying to negotiate some form of peace deal with, and you just try to tack on a piece of legislation that has nothing to do with veterans getting their fucking teeth cleaned. It has nothing to do with veterans going to college. None of these things have any bearing on a veteran's life of what type of sanction should go on Iran, if they shouldn't walk a straight line, or if they should fart in the wind, or anything that is as silly as putting on bills that discipline Iran and punishing our soldiers for something that Iran might and might not do. And once again, you either have an excuse of, well, we want these sanctions passed, and if they don't pass with this spending bill for the veterans, then we're not going to vote. Or you're saying that that's just too much of a budget. There's too much money going to the veterans. Either one makes Republicans look exactly what they are, which are phony, bitches, cunts, chicken hawks, and we've gone through time and time again and pointed out every Republican who loves to talk war, but yet never served in the military, and more than that, went out of their way to get out of the military. All the way down to everybody's favorite Ted Nugent, who basically didn't shower, took methamphetamine, shit his pants, ate, just basically did whatever he could to fail his physicals so he didn't have to serve in Vietnam. This is a Republican, and I brought it up last night. Remember, everybody, when we went to war in Iraq and people had the audacity to question George Bush's motives and Dick Cheney's motives, instantly the people of the Republican Party and white racist hillbillies labeled you unpatriotic, labeled you un-American. And they would literally say, well, we know that you don't like the president, but on this matter, if you question the president, you are unpatriotic, and you are just as bad as terrorists. So for about 4 years, we were programmed to not say a fucking word about Republicans, about President Bush, about Dick Cheney, and if you opened your mouth, you were labeled a sympathizer, a terrorist sympathizer. If you were a performer, meaning if you were the Dixie Chicks, if you were Eddie Vedder, if you were Pearl Jam, if you were U2, if you were any of these performers, you would get boycotted. You would have your music burned. You would get thrown off your record labels. You would have Toby Keith writing songs about you, calling you names. You would have Fox News, and all of this was basically because you questioned the war. But yet, all these same people today, some 9 years later, are allowed to call this president a nigger, a mongrel, a Hitler, a socialist, what other, you name it. You could have Toby Keith and his band of fucking hillbilly inbred jerk-offs write songs about the president being dog shit. You could watch Tea Party people running around screaming about the president. When you question them, they tell you that it's un-American for anybody to ask them to be silent. They say it's un-American to not be able to question the president. They'll tell, but yet Natalie Maine of the Dixie Chicks was called a fucking terrorist because she said she was ashamed that George Bush was from the same state she was. People had Dixie Chick record burning parties, but yet here we are, 2014, and as far as Republicans will tell you, it's your duty as an American to call this president every name in the book. It's your duty to defund veteran bills because, them veterans don't need nothing. And I said it last night. There ain't no amount of money that is too much that we give veterans. I mean, we're not talking about these guys making hundreds of thousands of dollars in pay. What does an average vet make and his benefits? What does an average soldier make when they are serving? I mean, if you even gave them a 5% increase across the board on every benefit, every retirement plan, and every pay, it amounts to shit. It still amounts to shit. It still amounts to shit. A social worker makes more money than a soldier. Seriously. It amounts to shit. So, what's too much for some fucking soldier who was sitting in Iraq for 2 years? Seriously, what's too much for somebody who's got missing arms with a fucking hook hand and no legs? Yeah, I got blown up in a fucking roadside bomb. I got blown up in one of those tanks that Rumsfeld and Bush didn't want to give us any better armored vehicles. Yeah, and I got to travel 150 miles to the nearest VA hospital because that's where I get my work done. But I can't get dental because it's not covered anymore. Really? No dental? Fuck it. Vets, it's like, hey, here's what we're going to do for you guys. We're going to give you guys the health care you need, but If you want your fucking teeth fixed or cleaned, fuck you. That's too much. You don't deserve that. Again, I said it last night. Any soldier that served in our wars, I'll at least make an exception for non-war servers. So if you happen to skate under the wire and not get in any wars, you get full benefits, so forth and so on. But if you actually happen to serve in a war, you get a no-paying tax card, motherfucker. That's what you get, tax exempt. You don't pay taxes on anything, ever. You present that to a grocery store, you present that to buying a car, and the government flips the bill on the tax. I mean, again, there is nothing that you can give a veteran that is too much. What? Again, they're not making a lot of money. It's not like CEO executives where like, that guy shouldn't make $85 million as a bonus. It's like, that veteran shouldn't make $3,000 a month in pensions and disability. It's too much. It's too much. What, are you fucking kidding me? It's too much. Yeah, he shouldn't be able to get his college paid for. Why? I mean, you're acting like, well, if we do it for him, we're going to have to do it for everybody. What's everybody? There's really not that many veterans that are banging down the doors to go back to school. If you take a look at how many veterans enrolled in college programs, I mean, you're talking about, what, a couple 100,000, if that. So you're talking about a population of 200 million, you're talking a population of 125 million active voters that vote every presidential election cycle. So out of 100 million people that are voters, you're going to fucking disenfranchise 1 or 2% of them because they're vets who want to go to college, and you're going to sit there and take funds away from them. It's just amazing. To me, I would think those are the issues that are in Congress that Republicans could get on board with and not make them look like such uncaring scumbags. I would think that's the stuff that they could go in Congress. Well, Dems, you want to give them a 3% increase? We want to give them 5%. And they would be like, well, one up ya. Be like, tipping a pretty waitress. And your buddy's like, here you go, baby, here's $5. And your friend goes, oh, $5. Here's $8, honey. You would think that's the one place that the Republicans would try to outdo the Democrats. Because nobody's ever going to get pissy when someone goes, did you hear the budget went up this year? And you know what caused it? We gave those pesky veterans more money. Who the fuck's going to go, fuck them? Fuck them! No, that's the one place. It's like fucking school lunches and sick kids. When somebody questions any of that, people give you that look like, really? Really? And you're like, all right. Shit. Only the Republicans, man, can get behind a bill that basically tells veterans to go fuck themselves. Literally. Basically, they say, take your prosthetic arms and prosthetic legs and stick them up your ass. There you go. So, it's just amazing. I mean, you literally see military groups, bipartisan groups, that are now coming out saying, come on, Republicans, really? Like, how is this going to benefit you? Because I'll tell you this, if I was a Democrat running against a Republican that voted against this bill, you would see ads on every fucking television station running up to that election saying, this senator hates the American military. And I would have pictures of soldiers, wounded soldiers with hooks, the burned ones with no lips and fucking ears and no fucking eyelashes, no eyelids, and they're just they're like that. I'd be like, see all these fucked up soldiers? That guy don't want to help them. I do. And I'd fucking pull out stacks of hundreds and be like, here you go, my friend. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. I'm Senator Zakari. I'm running for the United States Senate. And I take care of the vets. And I'd have all the crippled vets like, yeah! I'd have motherfuckers with hooks holding their shit up in the air. So I do. Fucking, I'd have every goddamn Democrat running on re-election that hammers every fucking Republican that voted against this bill. That's all I would run on. I would get as many fucked up and maimed soldiers, just like the Republican groups went after John Kerry and grabbed a bunch of these swift boat veterans, and they all lined up in a row. And they were like, hi, we're part of the swift boat team that served in the Vietnam War with John Kerry. We just like to tell you that John Kerry's a fag, and he's a pussy bitch, and he shot himself in his own ass, and that's why he shouldn't be the president, because he's a fag. Swift boats for George Bush. That's what the Republicans did. That's what Karl Rove did. I'm telling you, every single one of these senators that voted against that bill, if I was a Democrat, I would find every crippled, gimped out veteran. I'd find them fucking veteran, the homeless ones that got bugs in their hair, and I would just surround myself with them and say, I voted to help these guys. And then I'd have a picture of the fucking Republican that voted against them, and I say, he voted to kill them. I'm Rob Zakari. I'm running for Senate. These are my friends. And they're like, yay! Motherfucking hook. Hey! Giving out $100 bills. That'd be the ad. It'd just be a minute. It'd be like, Senator Rob Zakari. If I was running for re-election, Senator Rob Zakari, if I was running for Senate, it'd be like, Rob Zakari is a kind man to the veterans, and he'd show me down with the fucking hook guy, and I'd be giving him hundreds, and he'd show me with the burn victim dude. I'd put my arm around him, even though I'm fucking terrified because he's just looking at me like that. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. And then I motion over like some hot chicks, and they all go to him and start fawning on him. I just do it one after another, different vet. I'd be down with the dude with the homeless hair, bugs in his shit, and I'd be wheeling him to a fucking salon. And then at the end of the thing, you see all these vets all like spruced up. The burned dudes all got like new fucking skin grafts and shit. Got lips and eyelashes and all. Fucking dude with the hook hands got like a fucking bionic fucking mechanical hand. He's like, so at the end, I'd be like, I'm Rob Zakari. Vote for me for U.S. Senate. What do you say, Bob? And all of a sudden, the hook guy that's got a mechanical hand be like, thumbs up. I'd be like, yeah. Fucking elect Rob Zakari for U.S. Senate. That's all I do. I'd be sitting there in my war room, and they'd just be giving me more and more commercials. Here, how about this one, Mr. Zakari? Let me see that one. Oh shit, I'm swimming now with the vet with no legs, and I'm helping him do the breaststroke. Okay, great, awesome, I love that one. What do you got here? Okay, this one is, he's a runner with prosthetic feet. Okay, I like that one. Just constantly. She had her tits blown off. Okay, she's with my wife, Katie Summers. She's getting her new tits. Okay, I love that one. Shows Katie Summers all dressed professional. She's with the girl in the doctor's office, a big Beverly Hills surgeon. And the doctor pulls out one of them fucking, showing her the breast implant she can get, a big old titty bag. She's like that, and fucking poor woman like that. In the next shot, she got big old fucking tits. She's like a model. And Katie's like, fucking, that'd be my ads. I'd be the fucking vet senator, man. I'd be the vet senator. Be a badass senator, man. So there's our soldiers getting fucked over by the Republicans. And I just wanted to kind of bring that to my day show group because I felt that's important. And we talked about it last night, and it's as they would say, it bears repeating. Okay? It bears repeating, goddamn. It bears repeating. All right. So, it's the Rob Black Show, and let's move on to some other news of the day. So, I just seen coming over the news wire here that the Philip Seymour Hoffman cause of death has been officially ruled as a mix. It was an overdose with a mix of heroin, cocaine, and other drugs. Philip Seymour Hoffman's autopsy results are in. The Oscar-winning actor died of an accidental overdose. The New York City Medical Examiner's Office revealed on Friday that toxic mix of drugs included heroin, cocaine, benzodiazepine, and amphetamine. Benzodiazepine is commonly used to treat anxiety or insomnia, which is like a Xanax and shit like that. While amphetamine is found in uppers, like Adderall. Both are extremely addictive. Hoffman was found dead with a needle in his arm in his West Village apartment in New York City on February 2nd. Investigators discovered 70 bags of heroin, several bottles of prescription drugs, and more than 20 used syringes in a plastic cup inside his home. 2 weeks ago, Hoffman's will was revealed, which included one interesting final wish. The actor did not want his son, Cooper, to grow up in Hollywood. In the document signed in October 2004, Hoffman asked that his then only child grow up in one of 3 cities, New York, Chicago, or San Francisco. Hoffman left most of his fortune to the mother of his 3 children, Mimi O'Donnell. He also set up a trust for Cooper, now 10, to be used for education, support, health, and maintenance. The late actor also had 2 daughters with O'Donnell, Tallulah, 7, and Willa, 5. So there's the Hoffman news of what he died of, which, I don't know, we kind of knew something like that would happen when the test reports came out, and henceforth the mixture of all that crap is pretty bad. So here is another story which I thought was mildly entertaining, just because I'm not real sure what Seth Rogen was expecting from Congress when they're not even giving money to vets, let alone Alzheimer's research. Who gives a fuck? So Seth Rogen, the big story was publicly shamed senators after they walk out on his testimony. So let me give you this little bit of story. Actor and comedian Seth Rogen gave a funny but moving testimony at a U.S. Senate hearing on Alzheimer's disease Thursday, sharing the story of how the disease has impacted his mother-in-law. He described the real ugly truth of the disease, telling how by the age of 60, his mother-in-law had forgotten how to speak, feed herself, dress herself, and go to the bathroom herself. But it seems not everybody cared to listen. After his testimony Thursday, Rogen took to Twitter to question why lawmakers left in the middle of his testimony or didn't show up at all. So Seth Rogen posts, "Not sure why only 2 senators were at the hearing. Very symbolic of how the government views Alzheimer's. Seems to be a low priority." Yeah, Seth, it's pretty fucking low when senators can't even give our vets proper funding to get their fucking teeth cleaned and go to college. And you're worried about your mother-in-law shitting her pants? You fucking dummy. That's why you're a comedian, asshole. And you don't even make funny movies anymore. Okay? Seriously, bro. And now you're marching around in Congress giving testimony about a disease that has been around and has been ravaging the lives of people from left and right of the United States, and it is what it is. You get old, you get Alzheimer's. Sorry, that's what happens. And you're upset that that senators weren't there to listen to you talk about your mother-in-law shitting herself? Yeah, okay. Here we go. And he said, low on the priority list. Ready? Seth Rogen's mom, mother-in-law, shitting her pants, or our fucking war veterans getting health care. Yeah, Seth. Yeah, you fucking dummy. Okay? Yeah, I know. Here, you're right. Here's your mother-in-law shitting her pants. Here's our fucking vets getting health care. That's why you had 2 senators sitting there listening to you ramble on about your mother-in-law farting herself, okay? Dummy. Go hang out with Judd Apatow and try to make a hit, will ya? Fucking retard. So this U.S. Senator Mark Kirk says, thanks to Seth Rogen for speaking about the efforts. And then retweet if you know someone affected by Alzheimer's. And then Seth Rogen tweets back, at Senator Kirk, pleasure meeting you. Why did you leave before my speech? Just curious. And then it shows the Senate hearing, and there's 2 senators. And then Seth Rogen states all those empty, on his Twitter, he shows the picture that goes, all those empty seats are senators who are not prioritizing Alzheimer's. Unless more noise is made, it won't change. Yeah, okay. Seth, again, dummy. More noise. What noise? All right, remember when Muhammad Ali took that torch and shook in his fucking hand and lit the Olympic cauldron, and fucking literally people wept around the world because that was the great Muhammad Ali? And yeah, guess what, dummy? It's low on the priority tail. Why? Because if you're a boxer and you get your fucking head beat in, chances are you're probably going to get Alzheimer's or get some fucking subdural hematoma. Secondly, Alzheimer's is one of those diseases that you get as you get fucking old. It sucks, but it's one of those things that just fucking happen. And they've never been able to really figure out how to cure it. No different than they've never really figured out how to cure cancer. They have treatments that can help stop the progression, but it's something that at the end of the day happens because we get fucking old. And guess what, Seth? On the priority level, again, veterans getting education and getting health care, or your 70-year-old mother-in-law shitting in her fucking pants is definitely like comparing apples to a fucking pizza, motherfucker. Again, try to make some fucking movies that are entertaining and stop trying to fucking be some political activist. You're a jerk off, all right? And if maybe you made a funny movie, you would be funny, okay? That's about it. Maybe if you made a funny movie, you'd be funny. Because other than that, you are just a jerk off. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Thought it was pretty funny. And also, I got this hilarious article that shows all of these celebrities that are Republicans and that supported Republicans. It's in the Huffington Post, and it's quite entertaining. And let me give you a list. Kid Rock, Donald Trump, Clint Eastwood, John Voight, Angie Harmon, Gene Simmons, Chuck Norris, Hillary Duff, Ted Nugent, Trace Atkins, Shannon Doherty, Kelsey Grammer, Scott Baio, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, John Rich, Britney Spears, Vince Vaughn, Sarah Michelle Gellar, LL Cool J, Jessica Simpson, producer Jerry Bruckheimer, John Elway, Stacey Dash, and Jenna Jameson. Was there any thing that stuck out to you about this list of celebrities? Was there anything that stuck out to you? You want me to throw it out there? Maybe the fact that I don't know, 95% of them are washed up, fucking D-list people that are not even on the fucking radar anymore. Could that be the thing that stands out? Jenna Jameson, enough said. Kid Rock, when's the last time Kid Rock has done anything substantial in the music business? Thank you. Donald Trump is a jerk off. Seriously, Donald Trump, again, Donald Trump. Remember, Donald Trump is like the national joke. You're fired. Yeah, you're fired, dummy. Clint Eastwood, okay, I don't know. Clint Eastwood hasn't made a good movie in quite a while. And the last time he tried to be political, he did a national convention speech that made the entire world laugh their asses off and basically called him the biggest joke in Hollywood, talking to an empty chair. Thank you. That got Mitt Romney a lot of fucking support. John Voight. All right, John Voight hasn't been in a real movie since The Deliverance. Okay? And if you're going to talk about the Jennifer Lopez Anaconda movie, enough said. Angie Harmon. The fuck is Angie Harmon? Actress Angie Harmon. Thank you. What has she been in? What the fuck has Angie Harmon been in? Next. Gene Simmons. Okay? Gene Simmons. Thank you. Enough said. Seriously, Gene Simmons. Enough said. I mean, come on. Gene Simmons, the front man or bass player man of Kiss. The guy that is basically a cartoon character of a rock guy. A guy who has a reality show with his fucking retarded family. A guy that literally does not spout any Republican virtues. So the only reason he is supported Mitt Romney is because he don't like black people. Thank you. Next, Chuck Norris. He released an anti-Obama video with his wife Gina on his official YouTube channel. Okay? Chuck Norris, when has he been relevant? Hillary Duff, enough said. Ted Nugent is a fucking pedophile and a draft dodger, and he's a punk. Trace Atkins, again, another fucking country singing douche. And when have you heard Trace Atkins be relevant in the world of music? Shannon Doherty, really? I think she was on 90210, the first, an original one, 20 years ago. Since then, I think she's lined up to do a Vivid sex tape, for Christ's sake. Kelsey Grammer, again, when the fuck has Kelsey Grammer been relevant? Thank you. Scott Baio donated $12,500 to the Mitt Romney campaign. I didn't even know this motherfucker could have $12,500. Scott Baio? When the fuck has he been in anything? Happy Days? Charles in Charge? What was that, 30 fucking years ago? And he's got $12,000 to give to a fucking political contribution? Scott fucking Baio? What are you fucking people insane? I literally, I thought he was out on Santa Monica Boulevard sucking dick for fucking, for food money. Didn't know he got Scott Baio? Jesus. Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Come on. She's just a fucking joke of a human being. And I think, I don't know. She's just seriously a little piece of shit. Seriously. Seriously, she's a piece of shit. John Rich, country singer and CW's The Next, John Rich, has donated $2,500 to the Romney campaign. Right there, just for the fact that Scott Baio gave more money than John Rich, and John Rich is actually working right now. Don't know who he is, but fucking John Rich gave more money than Scott Baio. Britney Spears is a Republican, and she supported George W. Bush in 2003. Really? Okay. And she was asked back about supporting the Iraq War, and Spears said, I think we should just trust our president in every decision that he makes, and we should just support that. Well, my question would be, does this cuntbag support every decision that Obama makes? Exactly. And that's why she's sitting in Las Vegas lip-syncing during a show. And basically at the age of, what, 28, her career is done, and she's doing what Celine Dion did. And she took Celine Dion until she was 50 to do it. Next, Vince Vaughn is reportedly a Republican. Okay? Really? He's a Republican? I don't even know. But Vince Vaughn, since that last movie you did, you better find something that will give you a good script, or you will stay on a B-list movie acting role forever. Sarah Michelle Gellar is a registered Republican, but has not spoken openly about her political view. Sarah Michelle Gellar was at Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something. Next. Again, a nobody. Now, this is very surprising, but LL Cool J attended the 2004 Republican National Convention in support of John McCain. He has also offered his support to other Republican tenders, including George Pataki. However, earlier this year, he told CNN and Piers Morgan that he is an independent. I'm going to give LL Cool J a pass here, although I think he's the black man that has been so enriched in the Hollywood and movie culture that he don't want to say anything to piss anybody off. And he's just like, ooh, he's like a step and fetch. I mean, come on. LL Cool J is furthest from being black that he could possibly be. I mean, him and Ice-T are just, you know, neck and neck with being a black guy that is more white than fucking white rice, okay? They're the cream of wheat, Minuteman rice guys, for Christ's sakes. Jessica Simpson, a Texas native, is a registered Republican. However, she's careful not to mix politics and professional career. She was a big Bush supporter in 2004. Jessica loves the heck out of him, her father Joe has said, according to E! News. However, Simpson has not voiced any preference for Obama or Romney this election season. Jessica Simpson, that fat ass who's doing Jenny Craig commercials. I mean, again, enough said. Fucking a D-list celebrity. Jerry Bruckheimer and Linda Bruckheimer, seen at the USC Shoah Foundation Institute Ambassadors for Humanity Gala held in Hollywood, are Romney supporters. The two donated $25,000 to the Romney Victory Fund. Yeah, well, hey, Bruckheimer, how did that work out for you, you fucking retard? When's the last time you had a good movie? But even then, it's like, he'll still produce good movies. He's part of enshrined in the community there. But, hey, he's the only guy that's really on the top of the real list. So I can't even talk shit on Bruckheimer. It's Jerry Bruckheimer, for Christ's sakes. And he'll still make movies that I'll go see. I've got to give Bruckheimer a pass. John Elway. Denver Broncos legend. Elway announced support for Mitt Romney early in October. He prepared a statement. Elway said Romney is a proven leader with the experience and background to turn around a struggling economy. His statement in these tough economic times, blah, blah, blah. Okay. John, again, I got to give John Elway a pass. He's a fucking, you know, he's clueless. He's an athlete who's clueless. But at the end of the day, he's a great quarterback, hillbilly from the South or wherever the fuck he was from. And, you know, I got to give him a pass. I got to give him a pass. Stacey Dash, clueless actress. Exactly. Again, a B-list nobody that clinging on to anything. She supported Romney. And, of course, how did that work out for you there, Rob? You fucking, you know what I call her? You know what I call her? I'm going to tell you what I call her. A race trader. All right? A race trader who's actually, again, a B-list nobody actress that when is this twat got a goddamn, what's she doing now? Huh? What's she doing now? 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 She hasn't done a fucking real movie in literally, Jesus Christ. Richard Pryor's movie Moving? Thank you. So there you go. There's a bunch of celebrity Republicans. Throw that in there with Seth Rogen, and you got a bunch of dummies. So there you go. Seth Rogen is now falling on the list of the B-list actors that are going to get into being a political voice after their careers have stalled and fallen into an abysmal hole. All except for Bruckheimer. All right? Let me see what's the last Bruckheimer movie he made. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see what Bruckheimer's last fucking movie he made. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this fucking retard hasn't had a good movie. Okay. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Oh, well. All right, guys. You know what? Bruckheimer hasn't had a good movie in a while. All right? The Bruck hasn't. You know what? I take back my characterization of Bruckheimer. Guess what, man? Yeah, Bruckheimer's last fucking movie, ladies and gentlemen, was The Lone fucking Ranger. All right, which was one of the biggest flops in the entire fucking movie business. And then in 2011, he had Pirates of the Caribbean number 20, which, you know, that's a franchise. Of course it will do good. And then before that, he had Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, an abysmal failure, and Nicolas Cage in The Sorcerer's Apprentice, abysmal failure. And then in 2009, he had a movie called G-Force, failure, and he had Confessions of a Shopaholic, failure. And then in 2007, he had a Nick Cage movie, National Treasure, Book of Secrets. I don't remember how that did, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So you know what? Jerry Bruckheimer is kind of going into the realm of a B-list director because the only hits he's doing is a Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean 1 through fucking 50. So I don't know, man. I take that back. I take that back. Bruckheimer, he's pretty fucking shitty in the old movie business recently too. So there you go. There's your list. Seth Rogen, welcome to the list of shit. You are definitely shit, my friend. All right, guys, it's Rob Black Show, and we're gonna take a piss because I gotta piss myself. And when we come back, we're gonna do a porn rundown and see what's going on in this abysmal business that is called porn. As always, we attack porn at the end of the show, unless of course somebody's full of AIDS or fucking syphilis, or somebody's dead, anything like that. But recently, none of that has happened. So in turn, we deal with real world stuff and not the phony world of fuck movies with a bunch of people that actually think they're far more important than they really are. Well, actually, none of them are important. They're just jerk-off material. And I'm not even just talking about their personalities. I'm talking about literally they're just jerk-offs. So what we're going to do is take a break. Let me take a piss because I have to pee-pee. And it won't be long. It won't be a real long break. It will be quick. We'll do something about, I don't know, maybe Katie Summers, one of her favorite songs that she told me a while ago. And she would listen to a lot. And this is a little Metallica tune called Ain't My Bitch. Rob Black here. We're back. Yeah. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We got about 15 minutes left in the program on this rain. Oh, let me do the rain day. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm going to do this. See if how this works. Hold on. Don't get all fucking bitchy on me. Okay, Instagram. Rain. All right, let's see. Rain. Rain during the Rob Black show. The monsoon. Rain. Rain. Oh, Jesus. Rain. 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 Alright. So, does that work? Or do I gotta hold it? Oh Christ, I gotta hold the fucking thing. Alright, hold on guys. I didn't know I had to do that. Alright, hold on. I guess I gotta hold the button down, so hold on. Here it goes. Rain. The monsoon of rain. There. Alright, fuckers. I just did the rain. Choose a cover frame, it says. It's fucking rain. There's your cover frame. Rain. Next. Twitter. Okay. God damn, it's all. Still I wonder who'll stop the rain. Okay. It's rain. It's raining men in Arizona. Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean LACA. And it's rain. There, guys. There. All right, guys. If you want, go to my Instagram, and you can look at the video of rain. And I just shared it with all of you. And the comment says, it's raining men in Arizona. Oh shit, I mean LACA, and it's rain. Get it? Raining men in Arizona, the homo law that, get it? And okay, I guess you don't get it. All right, I thought it was funny. I thought I'd be funny. All right, I thought I was being funny. But I guess I'm not being funny. I'm not. I'm not a funny guy. Anyways, you want to hear something funny? Well, I don't know. Katie might be upset at me if I say this. She's getting ready to do her camming, and she's cleaning her asshole. And she said there's lots of poop in her asshole today. Lots of poop. Lots of poop. Gotta love her. Lots of poop, she's telling me. And she gave me a picture of like a shit man. A little piece of poop with eyes smiling at me. She's like, hi, poop. Anyways, let's take a look at the industry right now. It's 12:50. You go to my Instagram, you sons of bitches, and you'll be thoroughly entertained by what you read. All right, it's porn news. Give it to me. Yeah, I'm the Stingers. Mark Stone, the Stingers. let's check in with the first news of the day. You want to go with X-Fag, or you want to go with, I don't know, I haven't even looked to see what the hell's going on today. I was so taken aback this morning with the Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial that I didn't even bother to give a shit about what the fuck was going on in porn. It was just silly. Seriously, it was just like, I don't give a shit. It's like, who gives a crap? It's like, it's like, what am I gonna talk about? You know, it's like, fuck a bunch of shitty fucking, it's like a bunch of shitty fucking porn news. It's like, yeah, great. All right, let's see. XBiz. Looking at the nothing. Seriously, nothing. Fucking Jesus Christ. Nothing. All right, great. Seriously, I'm literally looking at nothing. Let's see. Wicked Pictures is releasing Bishop's Just Friends. Okay. It's an old movie that they're finally going to release. Why is it an old movie? Because T.J. Cummings is in it. T.J. Cummings has got AIDS. So it's old. It's not anything new because he's got AIDS. So Wicked Pictures is releasing an old movie. Awesome. Great. Next. Aurora Snow speaking at Harvard Law School. Okay. Great. Maybe her loser boyfriend who got her the Daily Beast writing gig, Abowitz, fucking called somebody at Harvard and said, "Hey, you want this girl to speak?" Oh, she did. Let's see. Snow said the opportunity came through a friend of a friend that knows Harvard law professor Souton, who is seeking someone from the porn industry to lecture his class on topics of vices. That friend is Richard Abowitz. That's the friend. So there you go. I gave you that. I gave you that scoop. That's Aurora Snow's big in. It's Richard Abowitz, this little fucking hipster douchebag writer who did a bit where he dated Aurora Snow, and did one of them hipster douchebag things where they save a hoe and they date a porn star. And they experience what that life is like, and then they encourage and help the porn star get out of the porn business and turn them on to other things in life. So Richard Abowitz is a fucking douchebag. He's also friends with John Staliano and defends John Staliano's actions every step of the way. So Richard Abowitz got Aurora Snow this job at the Daily Beast, and now Richard Abowitz has got her to speak at Harvard. And the funny thing is, she's talking about the porn industry, which she hasn't been part of for 5-6 years, and she has just nothing. Okay, nothing. Just nothing. She's just absolutely nothing. She hasn't done anything in this porn industry for years and years and years. She's out of touch with what's going on in the industry. And as long as you're friends with, I guess, Richard Abowitz, he'll always throw you a little bone. I guess she must have fucked him real good when they were together. Okay, next. And my girl Carla Lane, my big baby, my big baby. Woo! Carla Lane, baby, is holding her birthday bash tonight. Again, I've said this time and time again. Carla Lane's holding her birthday bash tonight at Hometown Buffet. And she's actually going to be joined by male porn star Benji Strokes. And I guess Benji's going to get in on the buffet too. And so don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to hook up with Carla Lane at Hometown Buffet with Benji Strokes. I don't know who the fuck Benji Strokes is, but I guess he's a real big deal in the male performer avenue of working. And Carla is quoted as saying, as it gets closer, she's getting more excited about her birthday party at Hometown Buffet. She can't wait to sample all the foods from prime rib to filet mignon to ham. Okay? And she said ham is her favorite food that's on the menu. And she's just overwhelmed with the amount of fans and friends that will be attending. And she said some of the fans won't be able to make it there, but they can still feel like they are when they watch her do her cam show. But make sure you get there early to avoid the lines, because you know how Hometown Buffet is with those fucking lines. And especially on a Friday night, oh, forget about it. Trust me, I've waited down at Hometown Buffet for a good 45 minutes before to get a fucking table. So it'll be 9 p.m. tonight to 2 a.m. Again, it's open to all 18 and over. Admission is free for women and women with female or male companions. But single men must pay the $40 to get entrance to the Hometown Buffet. Make sure you have your IDs to prove you're over 18. And don't forget, Hometown Buffet is located at 15164 Oxnard Street, Van Nuys, California, just off the 405 freeway. So make sure you get there, ladies and gentlemen, to avoid the long lines of all the fat cocksuckers there to get their food. So please, get there for Carla Lane's birthday bash, the Hometown Buffet. That is it on the XBiz front. Let's go to AVN and see how many of the exact same press releases they're reporting on. Let's go there. Okay. The Girlfriend Films has got a release. Great. I shot myself Mark's 10th anniversary with 300 free photos. I don't know what that is. I guess it's some website. Wicked Pictures is Bishop's latest Passions DVD streets this week. The old movie starring HIV-infected film performer T.J. Cummings. That's great. That will be out. That's it. Seriously, that's it. That's the news. That's the news of the day. That's it. That's the news that's on AVN. Awesome. Fucking riveting. Seriously, I mean, I'm like, whoa. I don't even know what I could possibly. I don't even know what I could possibly. I don't know what I can do without that. All right, there's that. And now let's round it off with everybody's favorite retard, Mike South, and see what he's got kicking. God. Oh, here we go, guys. Oh, my God. This fucking guy, Mike South, man, he will just stretch for anything. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't had a pertinent story on what he calls the only news that matters in Porn Valley. Well, guess what? In the past 9 days, Mike South has reported about Rob Black for 2 days, reported about Scott Sparks for 3 days, reported about a Cosmopolitan article about a girl at a college that's sucking dick for money for 2 days. Literally, this is what this fucking incompetent blogger, who is supposed to be the voice of the industry, has been writing about. And then he reported on a conspiracy of federal and state officials that are taking down records of violations by Evil Angel, but has no evidence to prove or back any of this up, even though over a week ago he said he was investigating and he was being stonewalled. Well, it's been 8 fucking days. Don't you think you would have already investigated and got to the heart of the stonewalling going on? No, I guess that's just been swept under the rug because, of course, that was a bullshit story and a fucking lie that we call this fucking incompetent loser douchebag on every day. And like I've said before, ladies and gentlemen, the guy's only source of news was talking about me for the last decade when I couldn't say anything to defend myself. So in turn, he ran rickshaw on his little fucking blog here and just lied about me for a decade. And now that I call him out every day, he doesn't know what to do with himself, and he's a rocket scientist. Bullshit. He's a fucking fraud, a phony, a nobody, a loser. So what do we have today, ladies and gentlemen, after his big stonewalled investigation of Evil Angel, and of course, 2 days about me, and 2 days about Scott Sparks, and 2 days about the Duke University? Guess what his new story is? There is no doubt that there was an antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea in Porn Valley. That's his top story. So listen to this. I've been working this story for a long time. It's a difficult one to work because performers don't want their medical info to be shared. It is somewhat compounded by the different strains of antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea. With the help of no fewer than 6 performers who shared their treatment info with me, it's apparent that antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea is fairly common in porn. All 6 were treated at CET, at least initially, and all 6 received treatments that went way beyond the CD recommendations found here. The regimen used included at least 4 different drugs, which is indicative of the treatment of antibiotic-resistant strain. Should be noted that that they were not talking about the H041 strain that in Asia is called super gonorrhea. So now Mike South is saying that this gonorrhea isn't the gonorrhea that he said was super gonorrhea. If you guys remember, he did a story months ago about super gonorrhea and knowing all of these performers that had super gonorrhea. But this isn't super gonorrhea. This is just normal gonorrhea. Okay, what a fucking story this jerk-off's got. Okay? Gonorrhea is one of the most drug-resistant organisms ever and is consistently being more and more resistant. Most performers have no idea which strain they have. They just know they had gonorrhea. And CET, or whomever treated it, so his big information from these performers that shared this information with him, he doesn't know who treated them. But if he has this inside scoop of 6 performers that gave him the inside word about their medical condition that he's only privy to, wouldn't he know who treated them? I mean, are you people this foolish and naive to read this garbage and not see through his fucking bullshit? Think about this. He has 6 performers that shared their treatment info with him. But yet, he can't tell you if CET treated them because he says CET or whomever treated it. He's sitting here contradicting himself. Do you people not get this? And of course you don't get this, because if you go to the guy's message board, nobody's calling him out on this. Nobody is, because they're all shills. The people that talk to him are shills. Remember, one of them is a blogger that writes on another site. It's a girl who writes on another site. The other one is him under the disguise of another name. I mean, the guy is a fraud, a phony. It's all a work. It's fake. Again, he says that he had six performers that are sharing their medical information with him. But then at the bottom, he's saying that CET or whoever treated it. So he doesn't know who treated it. He has nothing. He's got nothing. It's a fucking lie. One thing that stuck in my mind was that in every case, the performers volunteered that they had felt pressured by CET to get the treatment there. CET wouldn't comment on this story, but someone close to me told me that the antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea wasn't fairly common in adult circles is incredibly naive. Someone close to him, who? Scott Sparks? Or some fucking scabby girl that works with Scott Sparks? Who? If you are a performer, I would suggest that you, when you do get an STD, you understand that treatment you are given is why. Acknowledge is power. You should have all the knowledge and power you need to make decisions about your lives. Now, I'm going to repeat this again. And if any of you fucking morons want to listen, be my guest. But I'm going to repeat this. I have medical paperwork that you all have seen. We posted it on our website about performers in the industry that got syphilis because of Mr. Marcus. We got that paperwork. Do you understand? We got that paperwork. It showed that they were treated. It showed who treated them, Dr. Mayow. It showed the date of the treatment. It showed every piece of information you could get. The only thing that we at the Rob Black Show crossed out was the person's real name. Okay? We then put that on our website, and we showed the entire world our facts, which were, hey, Mr. Marcus infected a group of performers with his syphilis when the industry told you he didn't. Here is proof. Here is Dr. Mayow's signature. Here's Dr. Mayow's description of the disease. Here's the description of treatments that were given. And here's the person's name. We're going to scribble out that person's name because we don't want to have anybody in the business ostracize this person. So here you go, adult industry. Here's your facts. Here's your proof. Once again, do you know how easy that is? So, if Hillbilly Boy Mike South has information and medical paperwork from 6 performers, don't you all feel that it would be real easy to scribble out the performers' real names and show everybody the medical paperwork that states what these performers got, who they were treated by, what type of drugs they were given, and what the disease was? Or am I the only one kazooing? Is that what it is? Am I the only one that's kazooing? Again, Mike South is claiming that he has these medical reports from 6 performers. And you all have to believe him, and you all have to trust him. Because, hey, he's a fucking guy from Georgia who's been so accurate and correct on everything he's reported. Like recently, in the last couple months, stating that in the 50-man gangbang, a performer was Xander Corbis when it wasn't. In the Sofia Delgado AIDS outbreak, some 50-year-old Mexican hooker being Sofia Delgado when it wasn't. But now, ladies and gentlemen, you all must treat what Mike South is saying as fact, which is the super gonorrhea that he was talking about that plagued 13 performers a couple months ago during the height of the pedophile investigation. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about another gonorrhea that 6 performers have been infected with, and he has the medical records. He just can't show it to anybody. He can't reveal that to anybody because whiteout or a black marker, they don't sell in fucking the trailer parks of Georgia, okay? That would, they don't have that. You just got to take his word on it because he's just so fucking factually correct with everything. And the very few of you idiots that actually go to his site and wasted time to post on his message board are so fucking naive, so ignorant, and so stupid that you don't even question a fucking word he says. That just shows you how incredibly stupid this fucking business is. And the people that claim to be the fucking authorities. You people are so fucking dumb, okay? You're so fucking dumb and so ignorant that it's amazing that you can fucking feed and clothe yourselves. It really is. And here's the best part. Could you imagine if I posted a story that informed everybody that I know for a fact that there is a case of leprosy going in the business, and that 5 performers came to me and they had sexual leprosy? Now, I can't tell any of you who has it. I can't give you any proof that it actually exists. You're just going to have to take my word for it because I have somebody's rotting thumb sitting on top of my desk right here. So all of you read my story and just know that I'm telling you the truth. Can you imagine if I posted something like that? I would get fucking, I mean, literally. There would be an uproar in this fucking business like you would never see, worse than it is anytime I speak. But yet, the word of the business, Mike South, who is supposed to be giving you truth and accuracy, and is your gospel, your de facto leader, is literally sitting here and making up lies and stories because he's got nothing. Because every day he has nothing interesting to write about, nothing interesting to say. And that's why he spends 2 days on a post about Rob Black, 2 days on a post about Scott Sparks, 2 days stealing a story from Cosmopolitan and posting it on his site, and then 2 days talking about Evil Angel and health violations that don't fucking exist with bullshit broken links, and then talking about a Jim Garrison conspiracy with the federal government and Cal OSHA that all records have disappeared. And now he comes at everybody with a gonorrhea story. Not super gonorrhea, oh no. Because that, who knows whatever happened to those people. These are 6 new people that have a different gonorrhea. But of course, nobody can see the medical paperwork because using whiteout or a black marker would just be too fucking difficult for Hillbilly Boy. You people are so fucking ignorant, and you people are so fucking naive. It is amazing. And you believe this shit. You fucking believe this shit. And when you fucking sit there and go on his message board and you fucking post the 1 or 2 you people, even you, Kelly, how could you waste your fucking time dealing with this fucking loser, man? Seriously, how do you waste your fucking time dealing with this fucking loser? How do you waste your time writing on a fucking message board with this fucking loser when he just sits here and spouts out lie after fucking lie? It's just amazing, man. It's just, are you that naive? I thought you were so much smarter than this fucking guy. I really did. You really let me down. And some of you other posters that I know run around there and fucking hide behind names, I really did think some of you were a lot smarter than this fucking guy, man. I really did. I didn't think that you were all that ignorant. But apparently you guys are. And that's a fucking shame. It's a shame that I, and calling people retards and yelling and screaming, that you can't get past that because what I'm actually telling you is real and it's honest and it's the truth. And you people can't deal with that. So in turn, you'll fucking take bullshit, whether it's Mike South or it's AVN or it's XBiz, because it makes you all feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's amazing that this country is even as successful as it is with people like you all living in it and actually participating. It's amazing. Because if our country was filled with more people like you all, we really would be a third world country. Amazing. It's just amazing. So there you go. There's your news of the day. AVN, XBiz, and more lies by Mike South. Lies and a story that doesn't add up is a complete bullshit. And once again, very simple to take medical records that people provide that show the doctor, show treatment, and show the dates and times, and take a fucking marker and scribble out the real names. It's very easy to do, guys. Very easy. And none of you question it, which makes it all more evident that anybody that supports Mike South, anybody that goes on his message board, are nothing but shills. They're nothing but shills. They are fake people posting as concerned fans when all they are porn shills and a bunch of do-nothing, nobody losers that have amounted to nothing in their lives. It's embarrassing. It's the Rob Black Show. We're out of here. It's 3:23. It's time to go. It's the Rob Black experience that you know and you love. Make sure you tune in tonight at 8 p.m. And until then, you guys go on over to Katie Summers' StreamMate account, and she's going to be on cam. I think she's already signed on. with a beautiful, nice, fresh-smelling vagina and a beautifully cleaned, fresh-smelling anus. There's no poop in there. She said it's all pooped out. And go watch it. You'll love it. It's the best thing going on jamming today. She's hugely popular. She's constantly in those private gold shows. And that is everything that matters when it comes to adult entertainment. And go there, and you will love Katie Summers' performance. Again, guys, go to adultfyi.com for real news and real opinions, real videos, real information. Don't settle for meandering, ignorant Southern assholes. Don't settle for corporate neo-Nazis like Avian and Manwin, and don't settle for XBiz, which is nothing but Euro trash. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rob Black Show. We talk the talk, we walk the walk. We are the best thing going today. We are everything that's good in America, and we are the only motherfuckers that will say the stuff that you all wish you could and what you think. And we say it for you, and we don't give a shit if at the end of the day we're going to be sitting on top of this strip club talking to you for the rest of our lives. Because we will never sell out, we will never back down, and we will never, ever go back to where we were. And that is a fraud, a phony, and a fake. This is the Rob Black Show. This is closing motherfucking time. See you guys tonight at 8 p.m. All you guys at 8 p.m., join us back here.